Welcome to another edition of Behind the Filter After Dark, and we are on location again here at the Only Facial with
Madison.
Tell us a little bit about you, Madison, and what is your involvement with the Only Facial?
So I'm one of the owners here at the Only Facial, Indianapolis. We opened up on 82nd Street back in September.
You were just telling me your origin story, like how you brought the Only Facial to Indianapolis,
Yes.
and I thought that was really cool because you were like a client before you were an owner, and I think that's great.
Yeah, so my Aunt Abby lives out in St. Louis and has been going to the Only Facial for several years, and since they first started out in St. Louis, and I went and visited her once, and she was like, you should come along with me to get a facial. And I kind of thought, I'm like, oh, she told me all about it, like all of the steps and the price and everything, gratuities included. And I was like, kind of seems a little too good to be true. So I was like, okay, I want to go. And after my first appointment, I was hooked. And every time I would go out to visit her in St. Louis, I was like, I need to schedule a facial while I'm here. And finally, after it's been a couple of years, but I was like, we need to open one of these in Indianapolis. So that's kind of how all of it got started. And we're just really excited to bring something like this to the Indy area.
That's so cool. And I love how, like I said, you were the client before you were the owner, and it shows like how much you believe in it.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the Only Facial and what makes it different. You mentioned that tipping's included, and then I know another one is you don't push products a lot, but tell us a little bit about the Only Facial.
Yeah. So the Only Facial, we only have one facial on our menu. It's an 11-step facial that the esthetician will customize to your skin. So you'll kind of, when you book your appointment, you'll fill out an intake form kind of telling your esthetician a little bit about your skin type, you know, what you're interested in like working on, whether it's acne, fine lines and wrinkles, you just want to brighten up your skin, aging, whatever it may be. And the esthetician will customize all of the steps of the facial to help you achieve whatever your skin goals are. So what makes this different from most other facial places is we only have the one facial on the menu. It's 11 steps, and everything's included. It's $125. Gratuity is included in that, so there's no tipping. And then we don't sell product. So what that allows us to do is we don't have to push product when you're in getting your facial and make the experience, you know, stressful or anything like that. And then it also allows us to pick and choose what products we use in our treatment. Nice. So we're able to kind of pick and choose products from different product lines instead of being, you know, limited to just one product line throughout the facial.
Right. That is so nice. I feel like when I got mine, I was able to just relax a little bit because I feel like in some places, every time you start to relax, they're like, okay, and I'm using this cleanser. You can find it in the lobby. I'll just set it out for you. And I know that's, you know, it can be helpful, but it's sometimes just overwhelming to the experience. So I love that.
Yeah. And one of my favorite things is that, like, I'm no expert on skincare. I'm not a licensed esthetician. So I lean on our estheticians or when I was first just a client, I'd be like, okay, here's what I'm using in my skincare routine. Could you offer any like suggestions of what would be something good to start incorporating? Or like, I need help on picking out a retinol or something like that. And they will be like, oh, you can, like, here's one that I recommend and you can find it at Target. Or here's something else I recommend and you can find it at Ulta. Or, you know, different price points rather than just being forced into, you know, whatever they're selling.
That is really nice because I feel like one of the big keys and the takeaways of like why probably women are drawn to this especially is that we don't know the right facial to get. We know what we see in our skin. We know that, okay, I want to get rid of some of my like dark spots or, you know, I'm aging. So that's nice. They can come in here, but then also they kind of direct them to the right product. And then you open up the price point. And I just feel like it makes us feel more comfortable because sometimes it's intimidating to walk in.
Right. And it's a genuine recommendation and you can kind of leave and think about it. And, you know, look up, oh, it's $16 or it's $97 or whatever it may be. And you're not like, oh, yeah, I'll pick it up in the lobby. And then it's a lot more than you were anticipating. Or you get home and you have buyer's remorse, that kind of thing.
That is so true.
Another really cool thing about our facial is each step is designed to stimulate cell turnover. So as we age, our cell turnover decreases. And it's also designed to stimulate collagen production. So that helps fight, that helps fight, you know, aging, fine lines and wrinkles, all of those things.
That's so nice. I feel like three of the big ones where you always dermaplane, you always do it was microdermabrasion, right? And then they always get a peel.
Yes.
And those are kind of three of the like big steps, right?
Yep. So those are our 3 forms of exfoliation that we do. And then everything else, like the LED light therapy, they'll pick the color of light that they use on you based on whether you want to work on your acne or you want to work on aging or your hyperpigmentation or whatever it is. So all of the other steps that we do are just helping to hydrate your skin after those 3 different forms of exfoliation.
Right. That's awesome. Yeah. And then I saw also you have a special one for teens.
Yes, we do. So we have a teen facial, and what the estheticians do special with that one is just, I feel like teens are super into skincare, which is great that they are, I feel like when I was in middle school, I was using like Proactive or like Neutrogena face, I don't know.
Yes.
And I didn't know what I was doing, and I fought acne and everything like that. So what's nice is the estheticians will sit down and really educate them on, if they're dealing with acne, like educate them on the acne cycle and be like, okay, here's what your skin type is like. Here's a cleanser that I would recommend you use. Here's an SPF I would recommend you use. That kind of thing. Nice. To make sure that they're not, with TikTok now and all of the skincare, I feel like there's 13-year-olds that have like an 8-step skincare routine and are using like retinol and all this stuff, and I'm like, this is not good for you,
right?
So they it's just a couple steps short of our signature facial, making it safe for teen skin, and then that's $90 with the gratuity included.
Oh wow, that's awesome. I love that too, and I'm glad you brought up that TikTok trend because it was such a viral thing for one. I think it still is because they're using these brands that are way too harsh and active for their skin because they're so young. And like I didn't start using retinol until I was like 35, like in their head like 13.
Exactly.
So that's so nice that they can come in here, they can get that, they can get their skin treated, but then they get that actual expert and not just some random person on TikTok being like, retinol's the best with no context of it is the best when you're older.
Right.
That's awesome. So, I also love that that the gratuity is included. So I was getting a facial somewhere else for a while, and I'll never forget, I was in the lobby and she was like checking me out, and it was pretty packed. And it was a small lobby, so you could hear everything. And she's like, okay, do you want a tip? And I was like, yeah. And I thought I could just like punch it. She's like, and how much? And I was like, oh my God. Like, I feel like everyone was looking at me. Like, it was like all of a sudden the spotlight was on me. And I was like, and I never went back because I was just, I feel like I'm a good tipper. But then I was like, am I a good tipper? Did everyone agree with me?
So
was everyone
stressful.
Everyone's like taking a picture of me and posting me like, this girl and tipped 20%. I was like, oh God. I made up all these scenarios in my mind. But I like that because they can come in here and once they check in, like they just get to enjoy the experience.
Yeah, it's just, it takes all of the stress out of it. That was one of the things that I hated with my previous facial experiences is laying there and they're like, do you want to buy, like, I'm using this cream on your face and do you want to add on dermaplaning? And I'm like laying there thinking like, I'm already spending so much on this facial. I thought dermaplaning was included. And then I'm like, well, now I have to add that on. And then I buy the product and tip and you're walking out spending however much more, double what you thought you were going to be spending on this service. So I like that it's just, I don't want to say no fluff because I want everyone to feel relaxed and that they're being treated when they come in here and doing their self-care, but it takes the stress out of the experience and makes it something truly enjoyable.
I love that. Speaking of taking the stress out, tell us about your little gift box you have.
Yeah, so to take the stress out of the holidays, we have these limited edition holiday gift boxes. They're super cute. They have like a little bow on the top. But what it is if you purchase a gift card for a facial, so $125, it comes not only with this cute goodie box, but it comes with this really nice wooden brush.
Love that.
This cute little makeup.
Those are my new favorites right now. They're so good.
And I have a couple at home that are mini, and I love the surface area on this one is really big.
Love that.
This is a glass nail file, which up until a couple of months ago, I have never used one, but it's a lot more durable than your standard, the disposable nail files.
Yeah.
And then
it's
my favorite is this cute little tweezers kit that we have.
So cute.
So I keep mine in my car because it's the best lighting for plucking your brows. But it comes 100%. With like a bunch of different types of tweezers, a little brush to brush your eyebrows with. But it just makes it, instead of just, if you get your mom a gift card or your sister a gift card for Christmas and you're like, oh, here's your gift card that I just spent I just spent all this money to get you a facial and all I have to show for it is a card, where this and you don't even have to wrap it.
That's so
comes in this cute
perfect.
little box.
That is so cute.
Yeah, and then we also have, I'll reach back here and grab it, but we have these little like
Cute.
little take-home bags.
I
But I'm
love
like,
that.
oh, you put the gift box in here, add a couple pieces of tissue paper, and you're
That's
set.
so nice.
So-
I literally just got my sister-in-law a manicure gift card. She's pregnant. I was like, okay, what's something she can do right before the baby with her
Yeah.
current daughter? And then I gave it to her, and it was just, I didn't know what to put it in. So I put it in a bag. It's like a printed piece of paper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this feels so anticlimactic for the money I just spent on
Right,
it too.
I know.
And then she like kind of opens it, didn't even see it because it's like stuck to the side of the bag. So that is so cute. And I think it's perfect for the holidays. And I think again, at least for me, I'm like on my Instagram, I'm kind of helping people find stuff. I always get DMs from men around this time, like, hey, I'm trying to find something for my wife.
Exactly.
And this is such a good idea because it does come and seem even more personal than
Right.
giving them the gift of skincare.
Yeah, or
'Cause-
like giving them like a little envelope with a gift card
Right,
in it, like
right.
so, like you said, anticlimactic. So this is like a cute little box.
that's, and you'll only have this for the holidays.
So these are special edition for the holidays.
Okay.
We always have the gift boxes.
Oh, nice.
They're a little bit different design, and the contents inside outside of Christmas will vary a little bit.
Okay.
Like sometimes we have ice rollers or bath
Oh,
salts and things like
cute.
that. But these are special edition for Christmas.
I love that.
Yeah, and we only have we have a limited number, and I think we've already sold like half of them.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
That's incredible.
So if anyone's thinking about it, don't wait. But we have the signature ones for adults, and then these cute plaid ones are actually our teen gift boxes.
Cute.
So if you have any teens in your life, and these inside have a cute little headband,
I love
which
it.
I think is just the cutest.
I love
And
that.
then these go on your wrist when you're like washing your
Clutch.
face. And a cute little ice roller too.
I love how it's all pink.
So these come with the purchase of a teen facial, a teen facial
That's
gift
amazing.
card. So yeah,
That
it's
is
just
so thoughtful.
yeah, it's just something fun. Like I've had a lot of grandmas in here buying for their granddaughters.
that.
Like I never know what to get my 16-year-old granddaughter, and I'm like, well, this is perfect. It's all wrapped.
It is perfect.
It's more of an experience than just more stuff too.
Yep.
And yeah.
I love that.
So-
I love how everything is just so well thought through here and that it is all about the experience, whether it's getting the facial or buying the gift card or once
Yeah.
you walk in the door, you guys take care of everything. And I
Yeah.
feel like that's a unique like luxury we just don't get anymore.
Right,
So
right.
That's
And at an
amazing.
accessible price point, too. I feel like
Yes.
for the $125, it's something you can justify doing more than just once or twice a year.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else about the Only Facial you want to make sure we know?
I don't think so. I mean, we would just love to have anyone in. We, have only been open here in Indy for 8 weeks, but we've just felt so welcomed by everyone, and really are just excited to be a part of the community.
Amazing. And you
So-
still have some appointments open before the holidays?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, we do.
So
We're
now's the
open-
time to book.
We're open 8 to 8, 7 days a week.
That
So
is incredible.
Before work, after work,
That's
while your
incredible.
kids are at school, on the weekends, we're always here.
That's amazing.
So-
Okay, 8 to 8, 7 days a week,
Yep.
and you still have appointments before the holidays.
Yes.
So now's the time to get your holiday glow.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much. This
you.
was great.
Long time no see,
Hey, girl.
friend.
Hey,
Hey,
look at us.
we're just seeing a lot of each other lately.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Your hair's looking so shiny.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's the medicine now that all of a sudden?
It's growing. It's
Thank
looking healthy
goodness.
again.
Yeah,
Look at
'cause
that.
it was rough.
It was rough.
Now I just have to get the gray, which is not gonna go away. So I'm trying. I'm trying my best.
Your face looks better. Yeah. You're getting a human again. You're becoming human again.
No,
Your face looks really good.
Does it?
Do your eyes feel okay now?
yes, they feel
Yeah.
so much better.
For those of you who didn't see it or missed the episode, she had a random allergic reaction that made her face just completely swell. Except the eye area.
Yeah,
Except
it was awful. I'll still be on steroids for the next 4 days. So I know.
If that just clipped out of context, I'm like, your face looks better. Okay. I'll be looking out for that clip.
Yeah.
People will love that.
Yes, our clipping system for our podcast likes to do us dirty sometimes.
So dirty.
So
We're on it. We're on to it now.
We
no
are.
more. No more.
you do so much of a better job than I do. Because I'm like batching.
It just did me so dirty that one time when it made it sound like what was something I said, like I slept with everyone and I only date rich men. I was like, okay.
You're like, wow, tell tell me how you really feel about me.
I didn't know that podcast platform clips literal, like, different segments together, too.
Yes.
So it's great, but, like, now it makes sense.
I don't know where my voice all of a sudden is just going. Maybe it's because I've been talking all day.
Yeah, you've had a busy day.
I know.
Had a busy day. Would you like me to start with stories? Okay.
This is like when me on the air every day, I'll just start reporting and then my voice goes away.
Do you have to keep, like, cough drops or something around you all the time? Yeah. Like a constantly dry throat.
Uh-huh. Good stuff.
All right. I have a beautiful story to share about Maria Lucia. She is from Brazil, and she just got married for the first time at 70 years old.
70?
70.
Wow.
Maria spent her childhood in a convent, entering when she was 7, and devoted her life to her faith. She eventually left due to health reasons, but never dated, never had a boyfriend, and from my understanding, also remained celibate. Eventually, she joined a senior community group and met Clemente, an 84-year-old widower. They became friends, but over time, Maria realized her feelings had grown deeper. She admitted she even felt jealous when she thought he was interested in someone else. That part. Eventually, she found the courage to tell him how she felt, and he felt the same way. Maria and Clemente married with more than 200 people celebrating their love, and she described the moment saying she was so full of just joy and disbelief. Reflecting on her journey, she said, "It's never too late to fall in love. If someone comes into your life, don't be afraid to move forward."
Oh my
That
gosh.
was so beautiful. I'll have to send you the photo too so you can put them on here.
What I love is like, she was just like still open to it at that age. I think probably when you hit a certain age that you're probably just like, okay, this is my life and I'm fine with it, and I'm not. And not only that, but also when you get to a certain age, you probably get pretty stuck in your ways.
I'm already stuck in my ways. No, I know. I thought that was so beautiful, and I liked how she just set the positive spin of just like, doesn't matter what the time is, like when that moment happens, you just take it. And I thought that was so pretty.
That's awesome.
It made me think of that saying. It was like I'm just a girl. We're just girls. And I thought about this the other day, and I can't remember if I shared it, but like I had these like little small experiences with like 4 different generations of my family. So first was like my little niece. She's 3, and she wanted me to curl her hair for something. And then later the next morning, the curls were still there, and she's like, "Look, I woke up, Sean. My curls are still here." And she was so excited about her hair, and she was like wanting to show everyone. And then I was like, fast forward to my mom. We were on a little girls trip. And she's like, "I just don't know how to do my makeup. Will you do my makeup and help me with my makeup?" So I was like doing my mom's makeup in the car. And then I was at that my wedding with my cousin in Florida. Not my wedding, I wish. My cousin's wedding in Florida. And I was telling my grandma, I was like, "Oh, your hair looks so good. It's like growing out." And she's like, "Wait, does it look good? You like it? I did a new perm," or something like that. And I was just like, we're all just girls. And we think like once we get to a certain age, we lose that maybe desire, or before we get to a certain age, we don't have that desire to be girly. But we're just girls. We want to look good. We want to feel good. We want to fall in love. It's not that hard.
Yeah, that's true. I think, at any age that we still want to have that a little bit. Or we still even get we still like the compliments too.
100%.
Okay, I'm a Dollar Tree girl.
Yes, you are a Dollar Tree
in between me recording podcast episodes today, I ran through the Dollar Tree to grab a couple of things.
Oh gosh, what'd you stock up on?
Well, okay, so they have a lot of their pimple patches, which I love.
Yeah,
they work so good. So I want to get that. I ran out of sponges, little random things like cleaning stuff. And so I went to go check out, and the guy was like, "You are gorgeous." And I was like, "Oh my God, thank you." But he would not stop. And there's this line, and I was like, "Thanks."
I love
But it was so sweet. I loved it. I was like, "Okay, what else you got today?" Thank you. Thank you so much.
People don't know that one little compliment can really just make your day.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. I love
great.
that. You're like, "Thank you."
Yeah, so
I'll be
nice.
coming back to this dollar store only for the rest of my life.
Not only does Dollar Store have great deals, but you also get good compliments too.
There you go. And you can't put money on that.
Nope. Cannot. So that was helpful for me today.
Funny.
Yeah.
I love it. Would you like me to share my second one, or would you like to go? Okay. This one's a little bit of a different turn. AI selfies are changing the way we see ourselves. And I feel like we've talked about before in here, overly filtered photos and whatnot. But there's a new growing trend. It's to take your own photo that's AI edited and filtered to your cosmetic surgeon as your procedure inspiration. This is called filter dysmorphia. Experts say this trend is growing fast, especially among younger patients. Dr. Debraj Shom, I hope I pronounced that right, a leading cosmetic surgeon, explains that many of these ideal selfies are anatomically impossible, yet people are becoming desperate to match them. And it's not just about vanity, it's also about the emotional toll. Studies show that people who edit and post these AI edited or overly filtered perfect selfies often feel more anxiety, less confidence, and disconnected from their actual self. And it's become a concern and growing trend, filtered all the way down to teens. So it's really just kind of sad to me that I know playing around with filters can be fun, or if like we're having an off day, I'm like really like, I don't want my skin on camera today, or like 4K has become very clear.
Oh, yes, it has.
But we're like, it's distorting how we see ourselves and our real face, and like we're losing what makes us so unique. And I'm all about doing what makes your, feel better. We've talked about it. We like our Botox, we like our skin treatments, obviously. But it makes me sad that people feel like they have to take, and I think this goes back to Snapchat. They talked about some of the filters they had on there.
Oh gosh, those were they still are.
And just how it made people feel like, this is how I want to look, and now I don't look like this version of me. And maybe it's the fact that it is yourself still, so you can like feel like it's possible. But like she said,
but that's not really you.
No.
Yeah. I find it weird. There's a lot of people that use, like you probably see them when you go through your social media where like, oh, you don't need a photographer. Just grab a selfie of yourself and then they can create this look at like if you're at the office, or use it as your LinkedIn photo or something. There was like a trend like that.
Yes.
But even those don't look like you.
Yeah, agreed.
But then people are still using them like on dating sites, on your, on all of your bios or your handles and stuff. And you're like, but that's not really what you look like. Why are you still going to do that?
I know. It's strange. It just makes me sad that we've come to a point where like our self-esteem is kind of based on this false reality of what we look. And I know that goes deeper, and people could say that about some of the things that I do for sure. But I wish more women felt beautiful in their own skin.
I just can't believe they're actually taking their AI generated photo of themselves.
It used to be like, give me Angelina Jolie lips. Now it's give me Ashley's triple filtered lips. I wish. I wish.
That's crazy.
Maybe I should AI edit some girls on me. See what I look like.
I wish I could just give you some of mine right now. I just want them to just go away.
That'd be
Talked about this the last time.
I know.
I just want my clothes.
I can't let it go.
Oh gosh, I saw the photo when she sent us of when we were at the Christmas bar.
Yes.
I was like, oh my gosh, my boobs look ginormous.
And I was like, where are mine? Do I have any?
I was like, gosh, hormones. It's the weight gain.
It's
okay. They'll be gone. I'm 8 weeks. 8 weeks. I'm giving them 8 weeks.
8 weeks until everything kicks in.
Yeah. That's what I'm hoping. I mean, a little bit's kicked in, but like until these puppies go down.
The inflammation goes down more. Maybe you'll miss them.
I don't know. I just don't like them right now.
I get it. No, I really do get it. It's weird how like psychologically when you go from like not having them to having them, or having them to not having them.
Yeah.
When I had my like big weight loss, I was like a very full D, and now I'm a barely B. And I think that's why I struggle so much. It's like, man, things fit differently.
Yeah,
they look
do.
differently. Those like corset tops were super on trend. And I guess I just don't know how to probably wear them properly, or like the undergarments you're supposed to wear. But like I put one on, I turned sideways. I was like, I almost cried. I was like, oh my God, flat as a board. Flat as a board. But I digress.
I feel like I've always gone like I was bigger when I was growing up. Curvier, I would say. And then I got really skinny. And then when I had my son and I was breastfeeding, I got ginormous. And then I got really skinny again. And then I stayed skinny, especially because I was, weightlifting and doing the bodybuilding competitions, and they never just came back. So that's what I've been used to. And so now to have this again after, gosh, I don't know, 15, 20 years, I'm like, I don't like you right now.
Do you feel like your body lifting phase has also messed with your like self-perception? Like, do you ever struggle with that, or were you able to like disconnect that?
No.
That'd be hard. That'd be very hard. I feel like that's probably when like college athletes, and then now they're not college athletes, and you're like, when you're training 24/7 as you were, and you're being so restrictive, I mean, that's
I've always seen myself that way, and it's taken me a really long time to realize like I don't look like that anymore, nor am I that strong anymore. And I don't have the same endurance and the same ability just because that's just not where my body is right now. It's really, really hard to come to grips with that. Like even, I think you and I were texting yesterday because we ended up not going to the game, and I just walked. I went on the treadmill. I walked for 35 minutes, and then I did some small upper body stuff, but I didn't push it because I'm trying to go slow.
Right.
And even then I was just like, I can't do it yet. It's crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy how our bodies change and like what we can and can't do. But
I do miss my heavy lifting days. They'll come. I just don't know. Come. I don't know when.
They'll come back. Your body just needs some rest.
I
some
guess.
Major rest. Some major grace right now while it's healing.
It's not fun, but whatever. So, shall I get to my stories?
Yes. Move along.
All right. Do you have to unlock your phone because it's in yours?
I'm like, Janet, read your story.
Read your story.
Let me get it out for you. I think yours start here. You have the dark ones and then the light ones.
Okay. So I'm going to go with let's see. I actually, I don't want to do this one first. I'll do that one afterwards. But I reported on this a couple months ago when I did Unfiltered Weekly, and I thought it was really interesting. And then it popped up again because I think that's, I actually have 3 stories. I think it's being introduced now more. So they're now trying for crash test dummies, they never had a female version.
Interesting.
Yeah. So a more accurate female crash test dummy could finally make driving safer for women. Recent research shows that women face a 73% higher risk of serious injury in the same head-on collision as men. If they're behind the wheel or riding up front, their risk of death jumps to 17%. Car companies still won't use the dummy in its official test till 2027 at the earliest, though they can still start building up into specs in their designs. So I thought that was really interesting because I remember it coming out a couple months ago, and how I said I did a report on it, but I never knew that they only had like one size for adult, which does not mimic the size and the stature of a female. So when you've been doing all these crash tests this entire time, it's weighing it over probably like a mid-sized man. So that doesn't help females,
crazy.
When you're going through all of those tests and everything.
Yeah.
So again, I knew that was coming up because I remember reporting on it, and then now it's coming up, and I remember it's hitting like all the national news waves last week. So then hopefully in 2027 we can be represented in crash tests. Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy. Especially when you think about just like the difference between the build of a man and the build of a woman.
Exactly. Like we're totally different, especially in how we drive and how we sit and all of those things. And I just found it so crazy that we're not represented in the statistics when you're doing crash tests for any vehicles.
Crazy.
Who would have thought?
This is like related, but not. Have you seen the videos for like shorter women, which would be like considered like us, which isn't super short, but like 5'4" and below, how like the sun visor doesn't actually like shield us from the sun. And they're like, the one woman like put it down and the sun's just blaring right in her eyes. And she's like, good. Glad. But it just kind of reminds you of that, just how like some things are just not all the way thought through for our gender.
Oh gosh, this just popped into my head. So
because
my mom's little, and I used to make fun of her all the time when I was a teenager and she would be driving because girl is like all the way up to the windshield, like literally steering wheel right here. And I'm like, Mom, why are you so freaking close? Like you look like you're like Lola right now, which is my grandmother. And she would just be like, shut up, I'm short, da 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 da. Well then last year,
oh no,
I was driving and Cruz was in the car, and I guess I did the same thing. And he turns and he looks at me. He goes, Mom, what is your problem? Why are you sitting so close to the steering wheel? And literally it was like deja vu. I sat in the car and I was like, oh my God, I'm my mom.
My mom.
I was like, he literally said, you're exactly like Lita right now. And I was like, and here's me, like, what, 20, 30 years ago, me being like, you're like Lola, and now I'm like Lita, which is my mom, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
So it's the natural progression of life.
Yes. And then now when my boyfriend will get in the car, if he drives my car, he's like trying to like, I can't get it, like makes it the biggest deal ever that my seat is apparently too forward.
That's what happens every time my mom moves my car. And I wish she's like 2 inches shorter than me, but I'm also like, it shouldn't be like this. Like, it shouldn't. I'm like, how do you drive? Mother, she's like, I can't see. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
Okay, so I came across this other story. I thought this was funny. And this comes from a news thing I get every day. It's called the Daily Skim, and it kind of gives you a little rundown of stuff. And it says your doctor would like you to party more, ? Yeah. So consider this plot twist of modern medicine. Your doctor might skip the prescription pad and instead tell you to try ballroom dancing, or join a book club. It's called social prescribing. It steers patients towards group activities that might boost connection and ease loneliness. The practice started in the UK, where a whopping 1.3 million got social prescriptions in 2023, but now it's coming to the US. Some doctors collaborate with arts programs or run clubs to make referrals, hoping their social matchmaking skills will help patients lead to healthier, happy lives. A doctor's note to sit around and gossip with others. Sign us up.
Okay, I love that.
So it's basically saying that, like, and it doesn't say from COVID, but they do mention that people have become very much so more introverted, and that there is an increase in social anxiety. And so giving a social prescription helps ease all of that, because apparently with us being more introverted and us in our phones all the time and being so disconnected and having the anxiety, it's not us getting out. I mean, even you and I the other day were like, we have to be social today.
I know. Actually, I was like thinking like I probably need that prescription. It is so true. I feel like since like especially COVID, I never used to have social anxiety.
Yeah, neither did I.
And now I get it. Like my high school reunion's coming up, and I'm like, is anyone going to remember me? Am I going to know anyone? Who am I going to talk to? What, like, I don't have a significant other to take, so who am I going to talk to?
I can't even go grocery shopping without getting anxiety.
It's crazy.
I don't even want to go in.
I went into Target for the first time, couldn't tell you when, the other day. And I'm like, but when I got in the car, I was like, wait, that was kind of liberating. That was fun to just browse. So I'm like, I actually thought to myself, I was like, because I'm just so like, we became so adept to ordering our groceries or not going in public. So like we had to order in our I order my skincare.
Yeah.
I order my bathroom products. At the convenience of
online.
it, I can order something at 9 p.m. and Amazon has it at my door at 7 a.m.
Right.
But I feel like those little things, we like miss those interactions and like probably what they did to us like psychologically too. Yeah.
I mean, there was a time where like the mall was fun.
I'm watching Stranger Things, and it's like this mall comes to the town. It's like the OG mall, and they got and then I saw a video about like glamour shots. Did you ever get glamour shots?
I did not, but all my friends did glamour shots.
I did one time for my friend's birthday. Her mom paid for us to get them, and I was so excited.
I didn't do glamour shots. I did the little cholita ones, the ones with the like fun little backgrounds with our thin eyebrows, and like we're all serious.
Amazing.
We did all of those in the mall.
I also thought about how we were in like these little tube tops, and we just had boa constrictor, like those boas on, those feather boa constrictors.
Oh my God.
Feather boas on. But I'm like, how inappropriate for a bunch of like 10-year-olds to look naked except for their boa feathers.
Glamour shots was a thing. Like you were great if you had a glamour shot.
You remember Oprah's hair, how it used to be like really big and over? That's what they did to me, and I had the super side high part, and I was like, yes. Living my best life.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, but you're right. We used to go out in public to be a part of social. I do think we need to bring things. And we've talked about how we like probably should reduce our time on the phone, and we need to go out and socialize more. I just started going to church more in person because I kept so used to watching it online. Yeah. And it's like, it's those little, and I leave and I'm like, Ashley, you feel better. You feel lighter. You feel more energized. Remember this when you're like, I was like this morning. I was like, I'm going to have a long day. I could just do my work. And then like in my, work was stressing me out this morning. Yeah. So I was like, I can just sit here. Not your fault. Bye. I could just sit here with my coffee, finish it up, watch it on TV, but I was like, no,
Yeah.
you need to go.
See, and I didn't go this morning because I was planning so much for the entire day for filming that I was like,
we did have a lot of socializing today.
I did.
Yeah. But no, it's true. That's very interesting.
There was one time I went into a Kroger that I don't normally go to, and it was like one of the ginormous Krogers. I walked around for 25 minutes not knowing what the heck I was supposed to get, why I was there, and then I got so overwhelmed, I left, and I didn't get one thing. And I think I went in there because I thought, oh, that's what it was. I wanted to get something to eat, but I wanted to make something. I was trying to get something healthy really fast instead of just going through a drive-through. But then it was so big, and I got so overwhelmed, and my anxiety hit that I got nothing. And then it was still when I was teaching fitness classes, and then I got back to the sweatshop, and they're like, "Did you get lunch?" And I was like, So about that, I got overwhelmed and I left. And they're like, "So you didn't get food?" And I was like,
No, but I took a couple steps, got a couple laps in. That's like, I don't care. I am 39 years old. I still can't find stuff in the grocery. And doesn't matter. So I still, at this age, will call my mom like, "Mom, where do I find this in the grocery?" She's like, "Are you serious? Go to the aisles with the cans. It's probably at the end." And I'm like, "Thank you." Like, I don't know. It's a lot. Going to a store is a lot.
It is. That's why I'm a little socializing.
Baby steps.
Yeah. Socializing for me is being with my cats.
That's socializing.
Yes, it is. I have 5.
That's not socializing. That's the That's what happens when you don't socialize. I'm kidding. I love her cats. I just give her a hard time.
Whatever. Okay. I'll go to my next story. This one, I could not believe it. Actually went pretty viral. I would say like on all social media platforms last week. It happened in the state of Indiana. Did you see the video of the lady who went to St. Franciscan Hospital in Crown Point, Indiana, and they turned her away because she was in labor? Because apparently she was only a certain amount of centimeters dilated.
Wait, what?
Yeah. 8 minutes later, she had the baby in the car. There's a video. She's literally in the wheelchair. Okay. So her name is Mercedes Wells. So Mercedes Wells and her husband, Leon, arrived at Franciscan Health Crown Point early in the morning. Mercedes was in severe pain, experiencing contractions just 1 minute apart. Despite her visible distress and the frequency of her contractions, hospital staff reportedly told her that she was only 3 centimeters dilated and not far enough to be admitted. So the staff allegedly told her to go home and wait for labor to progress. The video, later posted to social media, shows Mercedes being wheeled out of the hospital in tears. She's visibly in pain. You can see it in pain, while her husband pleaded for help. Approximately 8 minutes later, after being discharged and escorted out of the hospital because they were going to go to another hospital, Mercedes couldn't wait any longer. Okay. While her husband was driving them to a different hospital in Munster, Indiana, Mercedes gave birth to her daughter, Alina, in the front seat of their truck on the side of the road. Leon Wells had to assist in the delivery while driving and eventually pulled over to catch the baby. Can you believe that?
Lawsuit.
Right? Exactly. The incident gained national attention after the family posted videos of the ordeal online, sparking total outrage regarding medical negligence and the treatment of Black women in healthcare. So now Franciscan Health Crown Point launched an internal investigation. It says as of late November of 2025, which this just happened, the hospital CEO confirmed that a physician and the nurse involved in the discharge were fired and are no longer employed by the hospital.
Good.
I know the family's action is they have retained legal counsel. They have been doing I saw them do a couple of media interviews with some of the news outlets in that area of Northwest Indiana. And she says Mercedes stated that she felt like she was stripped of her dignity and treated less than an animal. They're calling for policy changes to ensure that no other mother is turned away while in such a vulnerable state. Isn't that insane?
It's disgusting.
It's absolutely crazy. And so St. Franciscan did post like a response to what happened. I don't think I ended up sending it to you, but it's just this longer post. They posted it on social saying, that they did let go of, because it wasn't the nurse, it's ultimately the doctor's responsibility to say like, no, we're discharging her. And then the nurse has to go with the proceedings or whatever, but both of them got discharged. And so they launched the investigation. They put out this big statement saying that, you know, they're going to try and do better, you know, blah, 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 all
Try
the things.
and do better?
Like, come
There's no
on.
try,
There is
just
a
do.
female. She was in pain. Like, you could, like, she looked like she was about to go any moment. And I'm like, I cannot believe they are making her leave.
And their excuse was she wasn't dilated. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
3 centimeters dilated is dilated enough for...
But not only that, but like, you just don't know when you're... I had a C-section, so I never had the chance to experience like being dilated or being in labor. But from what I've heard and known is that you can go from 3 to 10 pretty quickly, or you can stay at 3 for the next 24 hours. You don't know.
And I guess were they... What's the big deal? So she comes in 24 hours early, and a patient racks up a bill. Like, what does that...
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't understand.
I don't understand either. Something with their apparent, they were citing like that's their policy or whatever. Like, how in the world? Yeah, so that video just went bananas everywhere.
horrible.
And then I
The
saw
baby's
it.
okay?
Yes, I saw it, and I remember seeing it on TikTok. I had no idea it was in the state of Indiana. And then when I went back, and I was like, oh my gosh, this happened in our state.
Were there 2...
Yes. There was
Okay.
another woman there was another video that went on TikTok that I saw that went viral, and she's screaming in pain.
I saw
And
hers.
that nurse is just sitting
Yes.
there like nothing. And I'm like, what is wrong? And so I saw 2 of them in the same week, and I was like, what is
But
happening?
that one wasn't Indiana, just this
I don't think
one
that was in Indiana. I think that was in a different state.
I heard that nurse, though, that's her second charge against her of her not.
Are you serious? It's just awful.
It's disgusting.
It's horrible.
It's disgusting.
Like, somebody is visibly in pain in front of you, and this is how you treat them. And especially when it's a mother who's in labor and has a baby inside of her on both occasions. I just could not believe it. So then I was reading the comments because I guess, you know, obviously St. Franciscan Network, I don't know specifically if they're also out of state. I know they're here in the state of Indiana. We have them locally here. So I was reading through some of the comments, and there was some mixed reviews. Like, some people were saying, like, you know, thank you for acknowledging that you're wrong in this and that you're going to try and be better. And then other people are like, no, you're not. Like, this
Yeah.
happens all the time. You're just trying to do this because you got caught and it was on video.
I mean, I guess in this day and age, how do people even, like, have the guts to be, like, so horrible? Because, I mean, it takes 2 seconds to pull out your phone and record it.
Exactly. You can document it so quick. Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous.
That's really disgusting and really sad.
I can't imagine being in that amount of pain and then being turned away when, like, help is right there.
Yeah.
Literally, like, a foot in front of you.
Yeah.
And then them being like, no, you're not dilated far enough. You can go back. Who does? I didn't even know that was even a thing.
I mean, I've never been in labor, but I've also seen the same where, like, some people, like, have gone really fast and then some people go
Yeah.
more slow. So, like, saying that that's a cutoff seems crazy. to me.
Yeah, it seems crazy to me too, because I think everybody's labor is just different in general. Like, you just don't know. Everybody's is so different and so personal, and for you to just turn somebody away like that is just the worst.
That doctor and nurse better never
I
get
know.
hired again.
I thought I sent you the snap. Maybe I didn't, because I was just sending
Do
everything
you want to go
so
look in
quick.
you can go look in our chat and see if it's in there?
Oh, it's probably not. I don't
No.
know. Maybe you want
me
to
to
check real
look?
quick?
Yeah. Which one would it have been?
It would have been.
That one's got those 4.
Oh, so maybe I didn't.
That one's got those.
Oh, there it is. It's the blue.
That's weird. It didn't say.
There's it. Okay. Oh, and yeah, and then the wording so tiny. Let's see. The recent video shared on social media does not reflect the values of Franciscan Health Crown Point, which included respect for life and compassionate concern. Okay. Respect for life can be compromised when a mother and baby are prematurely discharged. Thankfully, the mother and baby are reportedly doing well, and everyone should be celebrating the new addition to their family. Compassionate concern is absent when a caregiver fails to listen to a patient who is clearly in pain and vulnerable. This video was difficult to watch. We failed to listen to Mrs. Wells' concerns. As an experienced mother who publicly acknowledged having previously given birth at our hospital with positive experience, she knew something was not right. We must fix what failed in our hospital so that no one experiences what happened to Mercedes Wells. After careful review, the care provided to Mrs. Wells, I have taken the following actions. First, the physician and the nurse directly involved with Mrs. Wells' care are no longer employed by Franciscan. Secondly, I have mandated cultural competency training for all labor and delivery staff. Lastly, all pregnant patients leaving the labor and delivery unit will be examined by a physician before they leave the hospital. On behalf of Franciscan Alliance and Franciscan Health Crown Point, I apologize to Mrs. Wells and to her family for failing to live up to our values. We are committed to holding ourselves accountable through action so that every patient is heard and receives compassionate, equitable care. So you're sending them to, what did they call it?
Cultural equities training. What did it say?
Cultural competency training. How about being a nice human? Are you kidding me right now?
I was getting pissed at the beginning when they were like talking down, like, this is what good is, this is what bad is. We're aware. Most people are aware.
And this came from the Franciscan Health Crown Point president and CEO. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, okay, you owned up to it, but you owned up to it because there was a video.
Also, I guess my question is, like, was that the were there not other people around? Like,
exactly.
If you were, let's say, a nurse, we were, I don't know, nurses together, and you turned someone down, I would be like fighting. Like, what is no? Like, let's, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It seems like that whole floor needs.
I saw that video. I remember seeing the nurse, and then like her mom was filming it, and then the husband was right there, and then I want to say there was somebody else in there, but
were there no other? I mean, I know that it's easy for hospitals to be short-staffed, but
yeah. Whew. Right?
That was heavy.
It's very heavy.
That's just
disgusting. I brought us down a little bit.
Okay, we got to talk about the reality.
Well, yeah, and that just shows you also just sometimes the general care you receive in hospitals, just for surgeries and that kind of stuff. You know, I've been in hospital situations before in my past surgeries where I've had horrible like nurses who have like the worst bedside manner. You know, so it just shows you that it's blind leading the blind, I feel like, in different spaces over there. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like that's going to be a major lawsuit. Like, no.
Hopefully that just paid for the little babies. They can go to private school.
I know, right? And I didn't even realize that she had a baby there before. That's what the thing said.
Oh, wait, the CEO did?
No. The lady.
Mercedes did?
Mm-hmm, it said in there.
Oh, I took that as that was, okay, that's passive. To be like, she had a good experience before. Okay, I need to move on. She's annoying me. Sorry. That makes me mad.
I know. Crazy.
Okay.
So those are my stories.
Those are it? Okay,
Yeah.
wow. We really ended with a doozy there.
We need to end on a light note, though.
Perfect. I can hear the worst story in the world all over again. Or the grossest information in the world.
Okay, so we told this story actually just on our most recent podcast, but we've already had some reaction, so we're gonna talk about it a little bit more in depth. Because we just can't believe it still. So we're gonna talk about it one more time.
Hang on, let me mentally prepare myself.
Ashley's mentally preparing.
Comment that I saw on TikTok.
To the guy?
And he said, I really wish I wouldn't have listened to this. Same.
Okay, this came from the New York Post, and you know how people like to do crazy viral trends, especially when it comes to skincare or weight loss or anything like that, and this pertains to skincare. So, viral beauty trend, experts warn against menstrual masking skincare fad. Okay, menstrual, okay? Menstrual. Okay. Okay, this is what it says. Forget creams and serums. A new controversial trend in DIY beauty is going viral on social media called menstrual masking. This practice involves applying one's own menstrual blood directly to the face for potential skin glow. Advocates of the practice claim period blood is rich in regenerative properties like stem cells, proteins that can revive the skin. They often compare the method to the popular vampire facial, which uses professional sterile platelet-rich plasma. However, beauty and health experts warn that the comparison is misleading and the practice is potentially unsafe.
Potentially?
The social media fad is entirely unregulated and lacks extensive clinical testing, meaning there are no universal guidelines on application or duration. While some lab studies have shown that menstrual fluid-derived plasma can aid in tissue repair, experts stress the risks of using non-sterile blood directly on the face.
Heavy on the non-sterile.
Menstrual blood can contain different bacteria and fungi. Okay, that's one thing. Or the fluid can harbor sexually transmitted infections. Applying non-sterile fluids can spur infections, particularly if the user has cuts or open sores on their face. For now, experts advise consumers to exercise extreme caution with this viral body-based beauty trend until further clinical research can validate its safety and efficacy.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but you got chlamydia on your nose. It just got me again. That's the grossest thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
Like, the New York Post had photos of the article online of women with blood on their face with the post on TikTok claiming that this is great. This is wonderful. You should do this too. Yeah.
I regret telling you you should bring that back up.
It's insane.
That's disgusting.
It's gross.
Who was the first woman to be like, you know what? Why throw it away? We can try a few things with it.
It's like if don't people sometimes drink their own urine sometimes?
Stop it. Stop it. I just think about like I can't actually. Do they stir it first? Smooth it out?
You would have to. Like,
make sure it's not clotting.
Oh my gosh. I just don't understand, like, why would a human just think that that's, like, okay? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Who would think that? Oh, this is coming out of me. Let me put it back on my face.
I want to know who patient 0 is. Who was the first person to be like, you know what? Today, in biology, high school biology, I learned that our health, I learned that my period blood has properties in it that I should just try slapping it on my face. Also, I don't want to think about it, but I think about the logistics of it. So what? They have to use a period cup?
I guess.
Bring out a tampon?
Yeah. It's so gross. I mean, when you do the whole PRP thing, there's literally a sterile process to it.
Yeah,
and it's done by a professional. You're not just slapping crap on your face at home.
So when I did the PRP injections under my eyes, they actually just pulled out the platelet-rich plasma. So the blood was separate. There wasn't even blood. It was just the plasma.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure that's not the same as the vampire facials.
Right.
But I guess I just think we've taken DIY too far. Between that
just a little
and
bit.
the at-home Botox, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Terrifying to me.
Or using there's also the other fad that was going around where it's people using hemorrhoid cream as under eye.
I've heard doctors talk about this.
Yes, but it thins your skin because
it
has a steroid in it.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, hemorrhoid cream has a steroid.
I mean, I've never done it.
So, I did it a long time ago on Unfiltered Weekly, so it just made me think like...
Wait, you put the cream on?
No.
I read the story. I'm trying to think of what is the most insane thing I've ever done. There's not.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've ever done anything insane like that on my face besides a salmon sperm.
Maybe I put beer on my hair once. But
beer?
That's
nothing. That's not like nothing.
Yeah.
I remember putting mayonnaise in my hair.
I used to put cucumber on my face or my eyes.
Yeah.
Mayonnaise.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it was, I used to put lemon juice in my hair. That was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't compare.
I actually flat ironed my hair with an iron.
Oh, yeah.
When I was little.
Yeah. Yeah, that checks for our age. We wanted to try this right.
I don't think I've ever put blood on my face. Just
I'd like you to not. I'd like us to just not. And I'd like us to also never talk about this again. So that was it.
You're the one who wanted to bring it up again.
I know. It's just because that comment made me laugh. And then I was like, we need to talk about this.
It's crazy. It's just insane that I think people probably at this point will do anything to turn back the hands of time, including putting their own menstrual blood on their face.
Honestly, I feel like it goes back to connecting to how people are taking AI filtered selfies. Like we've just become like so obsessed with youth and saying, and don't get me wrong, there are parts of it that I'm obsessed with. I get my Botox and I think you can age however you want, but like we have to draw some lines.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what we'd like to say and what we should end on is you should get a facial at the Only Facial.
There you go.
Where trained estheticians are going to be giving your skin a proper clean glow.
Yes. They will not be putting menstrual blood on your face.
Just like, why did I let you girls sit here?
No, we both Ashley and I have been to the Only Facial before, and we both had really great experiences. Like I said, I am the worst with doing like anything to my face. I'm always asking Ashley 50 million questions about what to do. I get my stuff at the dollar store. Oh, that was the other thing. My mom was like, she goes, what do you want for Christmas? And she goes, you need to have something. I said, don't even ask me about clothes right now because I'm going to be losing my weight. Don't ask me. She's like, well, what else? I said, well, I guess I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't even know what I buy anymore. I'm like, I buy all my stuff at the dollar store right now. She goes, wait, are you telling me you buy your skincare at the dollar store? And I said, yeah, they have serums there, Mom. She goes, no, I am buying you some Korean skincare. That's what I'm using now. She sent me an eye cream, like a cleansing oil, another soap, and then she's also sending me a serum. She goes, you will not use dollar store.
I've never tried the dollar store ones. I can't speak to them. I've heard there are some good products there for sure.
Hey, it works, you know, but obviously you're not going to get what you get at the Only Facial from the dollar store.
No, not comparable. Not comparable. No, when I got my facial here, first of all, I'm obsessed with dermaplaning. I'm like, do you ever like?
Oh my gosh, I always feel like I'm getting a beard. If like the way my skin, my hair grows back when I dermaplane.
It's so like sometimes I'll be like, okay, it's not time for my dermaplane facial, and then I'll like pull down my rear view mirror and I'll get a little glimpse of the side of me, and I'm like, oh, I gotta call.
You know, you are getting older when all of a sudden you got a thicker hair coming out of your chin. Oh, that hasn't happened to you yet? Shut up. That's happened to me. I got this one hair. It comes out of nowhere, and it just comes out like this. Okay. And I had to.
Okay, sweetie. Okay.
It's the only one though. I only have one.
I'm sure.
And I pluck it out. I swear it started happening like the last 2 years.
I want to see a picture next time you see it.
No.
No, I know it's so very embarrassing. I mean, I've had a mustache since I was like 13. I had mustaches before the guys in my middle school did, but
like the derm, like I noticed, like for me for the dermaplaning, I noticed my chin first, and so like if I take a selfie, I'm like,
it's time
to dermaplane. Yeah,
my massage hair was probably the best massage I've ever had, and it was like so good, and I could tell she was doing that like, what's it called?
It's like a lymphatic drainage.
Yeah. It felt so good, and there's always that sad moment when you know, and they do that one and they're wrapping it up,
and you're like, no, it's ending.
I got like a little sad for a second. She's like, are you crying? And I'm like, no, I'm not.
But yeah, when I was done, my skin felt just very like bright and clean and just very fresh and glowy, and my skin never feels that way because I suck. So but then I'll go, go do all the other harsh things on my face, but I won't clean my face. I mean, I clean my face. I'm not dirty. I don't do all the steps I'm supposed to do.
Maybe that's where your hair came from. Okay.
I just don't do all the 5 million steps. That's what I say.
No, I really simplified my skincare routine. I think that's why this is also so on trend, is like we went from that extreme of like, moisturize, wash your face and moisturize. And then everyone went crazy and we all had these 12-step skin routines. And it's like, once you put so much on your face, is it even like absorbing?
Right.
Obviously here, when you're getting a facial, that makes a lot more sense. They know what they're doing. But we've simplified our at-home skincare routines. Yeah. And I feel like this is good because they're simplifying the facial process so that someone can come in here, get what their skin needs, only what their skin needs, treat their skin, and you're not getting the like woohoo, fluff that's not even working added on. So.
Yeah.
All right. So book your Only Facial.
Yes.
If there is a skincare lover in your life, get them the gift card for the gift box. If you missed my birthday, I will take a gift card
There
gift
you
box.
go.
So,
Or, Christmas is coming up. We deserve Christmas presents too. So
yeah. We deserve Christmas presents, people.
I will make sure we'll have this up on the website at JohnetteCruise.com too, talking about the boxes and how you can get connected to the Only Facial and all of their information too. So we'll make sure get everybody connected. Make sure you follow us and subscribe. We're all over social media, of course, and then you can download our podcast and subscribe to that on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts as well, and on YouTube. And yeah, just stay connected with us. So where we're going to be at next?
I was just going to ask you the same thing. Where is our next adventure?
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot in my head. I can't remember. Between this section of Behind the Filter and then the interview segment and the newsy segment, we've got a couple of things. We're going to be doing 2 a week for the next few weeks. So
so get excited.
I just have to remember.
Even more.
I know. We have a lot still. December's not over yet. Hasn't started yet, but it's not even over.
Subscribers and don't gain them. Okay, we got stuff.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.